Good morning. 12 days past transfer, and we're gonna do another test this morning. Hopefully it is looking darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we wait 3 minutes. We are looking real good still. Honestly, I feel like this one is getting darker slowly. And on this one, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the pregnancy line, so the line on the left, is darker than the control line. So that's good news. I honestly still can't believe 2 lines. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is a little bit later. I just had an acupuncture appointment and I stopped at Harvey's to get a chicken sandwich or a chicken wrap because I am starving. I don't know if it's hormones, if it's the progesterone, if it's pregnancy. I can't believe I can even still saying that, but I am hungry all the time. So we're eating this and food just tastes so good lately. Like, oh, I love it. Anyways, I quickly wanted to tell you, so you guys know I've been doing acupuncture weekly for like 10 months now. She was helping me with IVF and all of that. I'm gonna continue going to see her weekly for the first little bit because she is also gonna do like points to like help prevent miscarriages and stuff like that. And honestly, I just want to go because it's really relaxing, but I think eventually I'll switch to maybe like once a month because it is quite expensive, but that's not the point. The point is when we were done, like she has her studio in her basement of her house. So we went back upstairs and her son, who just turned 1 year old, he had just woken up from his nap, and if he's up, she usually grabs him and then brings him over to me to say hi before I leave. And so whatever, she brings him over and he's like facing away from me, and then she looks at him and says, "Say hi to Kayla," and then he turned his head and then just looked at my belly. Like literally stared at my belly for like 5 or 10 seconds, and we both clocked it. We were both like, whoa, like that is strange. He's never done that before, and the fact that today I'm 4 weeks, 3 days pregnant, it was just so weird. Like she even said it before me. She was like, whoa, like what the heck? It might not sound like the craziest thing, but I don't know, you maybe had to have been in the moment. It was just, he like turned his head and went, it was so weird, but obviously in a good way. And I've always heard that babies like know, they just like have some sort of sense. So, oh my god, I had to share that with you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and go home and probably nap because the fatigue is real. Oh man, I'm so tired and hungry all the time. It is, yes, hi.
Going up to 656.
Okay.
Quite level.
Okay.
We want to repeat it again on Sunday.
Okay.
Make sure that it does start to rise appropriately.
Okay.
Before I book you in, I just want to go over some symptoms. You know, we just want to make sure it's not an ectopic pregnancy, which means the pregnancy outside of the uterus.
Okay.
Some symptoms, if that were the case, if you were having an ectopic, the symptoms that you should be looking out for is excruciating abdominal pain, lightheadedness where you feel like you're gonna faint, or like shortness of breath when you can't breathe. Okay. It's really early to experience any of those.
Okay.
The odds are low, but we need to cover our bases to make sure that you know what you're looking out for. So continue your medications. Okay. And for Sunday, I have, let's see what time. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, I guess that kind of freaked me out a bit, but,
Yeah, people the spiel. But most cases it ends up being fine. We won't really know until we do that third beta and then eventually a scan to confirm that it's in the uterus.
Okay.
But it's not meant to freak you out, honestly. It's just shy of a double.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But you worded.
That's okay.
But it's better you're informed rather than clueless, and plus we can't neglect that risk as well.
Okay.
Okay, so don't worry, and we'll see you on Sunday. We'll repeat the level and we'll talk from there.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, honey, take care.
Okay, bye. So obviously that was a bit scary. I'm probably like overreacting and it's probably fine, but yeah, that didn't feel good. You guys saw 2 days ago my HCG was at 336. Today it's at 656, so it's just shy of doubling. So she said honestly not to worry, but that they just have to be precautious and they want to make sure it's not an ectopic pregnancy. So she said to look for symptoms: shortness of breath, lightheadedness, and excruciating abdominal pain. So I have to go back and do a third beta in 2 days. I'm gonna pray for the best. Hopefully I'm just like overreacting, or like, I don't know. I need to call my husband, so goodbye. Okay, so it is a lot later. As you guys saw, I really was not in a good headspace. I guess that's just because of the journey we've been on. We've been struggling with infertility for 2.5 years and we've been going through IVF, so it's a roller coaster of emotions, it's a roller coaster of events. It's just really hard, and I think just hearing something negative, even if it was a precaution, just saying like, oh, there's a potential for it to be an ectopic pregnancy, just freaked me out, and like I just lost it. So I really needed to take today to kind of just like gather my thoughts and like process it. I think at the end of the day, I'm going to be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. But again, I'm just sharing the raw and real reality of this journey. Like, there is so many ups and downs. I've talked to a few people and my numbers are really strong, and a lot of people that I've talked to said that the numbers don't even double at 48 hours. It's always between 48 and 72 hours. I even asked like a million questions to ChatGPT just because, you know, like I was spiraling, and my increase is 95%, so it's slightly under double, which obviously she mentioned. I don't know, I felt like she could have just like gone without saying the ectopic pregnancy. Like, she could have just said, we want to check your numbers again on Sunday, come in then. I was reading a lot online, and like I watched a lot of videos on YouTube and TikTok, and people have started at much lower numbers and like have even increased by like, say like 60%. I even saw some girl say her numbers only increased by 30% every time, and like she was like, I have a 13-month-old now. So like, I really think my clinic was just saying it as a precaution, but it's obviously hard to hear. I think I've kind of wrapped my head around it, and I'm gonna try and stay as positive as possible, but again, at the end of the day, it's just hard to hear something negative. It's also harder because my husband is on a work trip, so he is not here. I don't have, you know, he's my comfort person, and I don't have him here physically with me. He's been trying his best to like call me and text me about it, but I just like want to hug him and talk to him about it in person, you know? Yeah, I guess I'm trying to not freak out. I mean, I even took like the cheapy test from Amazon because I'm running out of the other ones, and like, look at it, it's so dark and it's like really positive. I also did read online that sometimes the second beta can rise a little bit slower if your starting beta is a bit higher, which mine was. If you guys remember, they said they like to see it around 100 to start, and mine was at 336. So I'm hoping maybe that's just why. Luckily, I do have a dinner scheduled with 2 of my best friends tonight, so hopefully that is gonna take my mind off of it, and we're just gonna try and stay in good spirits. Hello you guys, today is Sunday. I am 15 days past 5-day embryo transfer, and I just went in for my 3rd beta blood work. My arm is honestly hurting so much. They have done all of the 3 betas on the same left arm. I am not gonna lie, I have been a ball of anxiety, worry, fear, just literally everything the past 2 days. You guys saw I was literally crying. I'm feeling better and more positive about the outcome. I honestly, in my gut, at the end of the day, I don't think I'm having an ectopic pregnancy. This journey, it is so hard to not overthink things because so much is on the line. So the fact that they even mentioned it to me, it's just a lot. I have felt sick to my stomach all morning. My 40-minute drive into the clinic, I'm not feeling really good. So I just decided I'm gonna take myself to the mall. So if you guys know, my clinic is in Burlington, so I just came to Mapleview Mall and I'm just gonna go spend some time like shopping, walking around, looking around, just to kind of take my mind off of it. Hopefully until they call. It's just so hard not to be in your head. I am trying my best. I'm trying to stay positive, trying to think positively, but it's just so hard not to be in your head. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I want to throw up until I get these results. So I'm praying that they're good. Let's go do some shopping, I guess. Okay, oh my god, thank god.
It was 1,533.
Oh my god, okay, thank god. Oh,
Yes.
oh my god, okay. Whew. That's a relief.
So we don't need to repeat it anymore.
Okay, perfect.
Just continue your medications and we'll get you booked in for the first ultrasound of the pregnancy.
Okay, amazing. Anything
Okay,
else?
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Sorry, I really needed to just like take that in. I was like shaking. Oh my god. So my HCG is at 1,533. So it more than doubled. Thank freaking god. And the nurse was like, there's nothing to worry about. And now the next step is to book my first ultrasound. I cannot even believe that. Oh my god. I was so nervous for what they were gonna say. When I literally walked through the door, my phone started ringing and I was like, oh my god, and I ran upstairs. Oh, I just feel so relieved. And now like even more so, I feel like I really wish the nurse that called me after my second beta didn't mention the ectopic pregnancy, because I feel like I was fine the entire time. Like, ugh. So I'm just going to hang on to that. I'm going to try and be as positive as possible moving forward. It sucks that I have to wait like a week and a half to 2 weeks to do the first ultrasound, but I think that's pretty standard because they want to see everything. They want to see the yolk sac, they want to see the gestational sac, and then they also want to see the heartbeat at that time. Although I don't feel like I'm going to ever 100%, you know, feel confident. I think I already talked about this in this vlog. We're going to try our best. We're going to stay positive. Oh boy, I am tired. So it has actually been a few days. Today I am 17 days past transfer. I believe the last time I picked up my camera was 2 days ago when I had my third beta and found out the good news. I have not picked up the camera since because 1, it has been so freaking hot outside, and 2, I have just been so tired. Growing a baby is a lot of work, even though it's early on. Holy moly. I know I've been like briefly showing you here and there, but I'm still testing every single morning. I was going a little bit stir crazy and I was doing it like 2 times a day, or actually only one day I did it 3 times a day. But the past couple days I've just been doing it once in the morning. And honestly, I probably should stop, but I feel like it just is a little bit comforting, especially now since I booked my ultrasound. That is not for almost 2 weeks. So I don't know how people do this. Like, I'm just gonna be driving myself crazy for the next 2 weeks wondering like, are you okay? Are you in there? Is everything all good? Like, I know people can relate to me. You know what? If continuing to test every day is gonna make me feel better, I'm gonna do it. I had a couple first response, early response tests, but I finished those. I just like put them under my sink somewhere. I don't know, they're like back there in a box. Now I had these HCG strips from Bird & Bee. That's what I originally was using. You can see the lines, they look faded now, but that's because you're not supposed to look at these tests. Like, this was literally over a week ago. This is more of just like a keepsake. You should only be looking at the tests within the test window, which I think is like 5 minutes, not literally a week later. And I realized I had a bunch of HCG tests or like pregnancy tests from Amazon, the easy at home ones. So I'm just using those to kind of just like test it out. Now, although these are older, you can see like how dark it's getting. Like, even this morning, it is pretty much a dye stealer. It is so dark on the test line. So that is amazing to see. And then I'm just keeping track of the time that I'm doing the test, and then obviously how many days past transfer. I am almost out of the Amazon test. So I think at that point I'm just gonna call it quits. I shouldn't test anymore because you know what? I need to be relaxed and calm and just trust that everything is okay. I say that now, but we'll see. It's funny because I never thought I would be this person, but now that I'm like actually in this, I'm like, oh, I'm this person. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. Going through infertility and IVF, I know I spoke about this already. It is such a mind game and there's just like so much on the line. So I just want to make sure everything's good at all times. Today I am, what am I? I think I'm 5 weeks 1 day. Am I? Let me just check my app. I downloaded the What to Expect app. So yeah, right now I am 5 weeks 1 day. Your baby is as big as an orange seed. Last week it was a poppy seed. This week it is an orange seed. That is crazy. I actually really like this app. Maybe in another video I'll talk about it a little bit more. There's like a lot of information and I like the photos in it. My friend Shauna, actually, I asked her what app she used and she recommended this one. And when I was reading online what the best apps were, this is one of the top ones. So I just went ahead and downloaded it. There's a ton of information. You can track your symptoms. There's like a lot of like tips, videos, that type of stuff. So yeah, very, very interesting. Next on my list, I want to find like a pregnancy journal from like Etsy. There's so many of them, but just so like I can track my pregnancy and then like maybe on like their 16th or 18th birthday I can give them the book. I don't know, I thought that was cute, so I'm gonna take a look at that. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for following along. This is still so insane to me. I'm so happy, and now that Alan's home from his work trip, I'm feeling like that we can just finally celebrate and just be happy. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to me down below. Give this video a big thumbs up so you don't miss any of the future pregnancy vlogs. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram or comment them down below. I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.